Basi Village, Year 13 of the Yongping era, 4 Dynasty.
My name is Su Xiaoqiao.
The girl whose body I took over was also named Su Xiaoxiao.
She was dirt poor, without a single penny to her name.
Both her parents are dead, leaving behind an older brother, an older sister, and a younger brother. All they had left was 3 mu of barren land.
Yesterday, Big Brother went up the mountain and broke his leg. And me? I transmigrated into this mess because of a stressful graduation defense.
A failed thesis defense, to be exact.
Xiaoxiao, you're awake.
Don't you dare starve yourself to save your food for your little brother again, you hear me?
But sis, I saved this for you. You eat it.
I'm fine. It's just that I'm useless. Big brother, you just focus on resting your leg.
Don't worry about food. I'll figure something out.
Xiaoqiao, why are you talking so weirdly today?
I probably just passed out from hunger. I'm still a bit out of it. See? I told you she wouldn't starve. Oh, look at you, still stuffing your face. Must have been really starving. All right. It's good that you're awake.
Tomorrow, remember to come help your eldest aunt with her chores.
You can't just be a freeloader. Auntie, you're just in time. I was actually looking for you.
Why are you smiling like that? It's creeping me out.
When do you plan on returning the half bag of grain you borrowed yesterday?
Return? What do you mean, return?
We're family. How can you call it borrowing?
Do you have any idea how much your uncle suffered when we split the family estate back then?
That tiny bit of food doesn't even cover what your father owed your uncle.
Oh, so it's a debt then?
Then how much exactly did my dad owe my uncle back then? Why don't you do the math for us? Auntie, if you can't get the numbers straight, why don't you head back first? Come back and return our things once you've figured it out.
We're in no rush.
Why, you little brat. Think you've got wings now, huh? Just you wait.
夏小好客气.
You know what Hattie's mouth is like. She'll definitely go around the village slandering us and making things up. We're already this dirt poor. What do we have to fear from her rumors?
夏小, you seem different today.
Before, we let Auntie walk all over us because we thought, after all, we're family. We shouldn't make things too ugly between us. Let's at least keep up appearances. But big brother, we're literally starving to death.
Did he ever even consider that we're family?
It's my fault. Your brother is just useless. Big brother, listen to me. Mom and Dad are gone. The 4 of us only have each other to survive. It's not all on you. From now on, the 4 of us will figure things out together. Second sister. I'm not hungry.
Purslane is pretty good.
It's edible, but the villagers probably stripped it clean long ago. Dandelions are okay too. They're just really bitter. Perilla. Wild perilla. The villagers only treat it as weeds to feed to the pigs. Even the pigs won't eat it. But this can actually be used in cooking. We can make perilla tea with it. Once it goes to seed, we can even press it for oil. If we take this to town, it'll definitely sell. Wild mountain peppers. Perilla paired with mountain peppers. This is literally a match made in heaven.
A perilla drink paired with mountain pepper dishes will definitely fetch a great price.
In town, perilla sells for at least 10 copper coins a pound. As for the mountain peppers, selling them fresh or drying them to grind into powder. Either way, they're worth a lot. If we harvest this whole patch, it'll fetch us at least several dozen copper coins. It'll be enough to feed our family for several days. This is insanely good luck.
Kimpiti mice's mushrooms.
The holy grail of wild mushrooms. They are incredibly delicious. If we take them to the restaurants in town, they'll sell like hotcakes. Oh, the little third sister of the Su family went up the mountain so early in the morning? Did you pick anything good? Just dug up some wild greens. Digging up wild greens again? How is your big brother's leg doing? Any better? Your family really has it rough. He's almost fully recovered. Thank you for asking, Auntie Liu. Sis, you're back. Lilstone, go bolt the door. These... Where did you get all this? Where did you find them? But I picked them on the mountain. What's this red one? Why does it smell so pungent? Trust me, this is some good stuff. Sis, do we have any salt left? Just one tiny spoonful. Xiao, what on earth are you up to? I'm going to make the most delicious meal the four of us have ever had in our lives. Is it ready yet? Hang on, almost. Good in. Taste your sister's cooking. How is this so delicious? How did you make this? There's barely any oil in here. So how is it this savory? Because chizo mushrooms are naturally packed with flavor. I just added a few extra perilla leaves to bring out the taste. Eldest brother, eat up. You need to heal your leg. Once you're recovered, our family will have its pillar of strength back. What are you doing now? Planting veggies. In this freezing weather? Sis, where are you going now? To town, to sell some things and make some money. A small basket of the finest perilla leaves, a handful of plump, wild chili peppers, and carefully wrapped jizong mushrooms. The best ones are saved to sell. The lower grade ones already went into our bellies last night. Today is market day in Jingyu town. I have to get a good price for these. There's that feeling again. Ever since I woke up, whenever I touch certain plants, my fingertips get this strange sensation. Sometimes warm, sometimes cool. It vanishes so quickly, it feels like an illusion. This is singwazwarba, a medicinal herb that stops bleeding. Does the warmth mean it's a useful medicinal herb? Whatever, I'll dig it up first. I can't sell the jizong mushrooms here. I have to take them to Joseon restaurant to get a decent price. I'll sell the perilla and wild chilies first. Hey, little girl, who do you think is going to buy those green leaves? Even pigs wouldn't eat that garbage. Ma'am, this is a medicinal herb. It's an herb you steep in water to drink. How old are you anyway? You think you know herbs? You're not trying to scam people, are you? Perilla leaves? Wild perilla? How are the leaves still this tender in this season? Where did you pick these? The aroma is even stronger than what the pharmacies usually buy. They're wild harvested from the mountains. There's only this small patch of them. Are you shopkeeper Zhou Changyu? If you like what you see, name your price. So, little girl, you know me? Shopkeeper Zhou of Tana Hall. Who in all these surrounding villages doesn't know you? If even you don't want them, there is no one else in this town who would recognize their worth. These perilla leaves are in great condition. And these wild peppers are decent too. I'll give you 15 coppers a caddy for the perilla leaves, and 12 for the wild peppers. I'll take as much as you have. Shopkeeper Zhou. Wild perilla of this season with leaves so tender. You won't find them anywhere else, even if you try. 15 coppers a caddy is the price for dried herbs. But mine are fresh, and we have to factor in the shrinkage. 20 coppers? Girl, that is way too expensive. 18 coppers for the perilla, and 15 for the wild peppers. Any less, and I won't sell. Ha ha ha. All right then, 18 coppers and 15 coppers. It's a deal. Which family do you belong to, little girl? How come I've never seen you before? Just a moment, shopkeeper. Let me weigh them for you first. This girl is something else. When other villagers come to sell herbs, they bow and scrape, begging me to give them a decent price. But she hikes up the price on the spot and won't budge an inch. She's a natural for business. 3 caddies and 4 ounces of perilla leaves comes to 61 coppers. 1 caddy and 2 ounces of wild peppers comes to 18 coppers. That's 79 coppers. In total. Little girl, if you find any more good stuff in the future, bring it straight to Tong'an Hall and find me. I won't let you get the short end of the stick. Thank you, shopkeeper Joe. Actually, I do have a question for you, shopkeeper. Do you happen to know which restaurant in town is willing to buy good ingredients? Do you have more good stuff? Termite mushrooms? It is rare to find them in such great condition at this time of year. Go to Joseon restaurant. Only Joseon restaurant in this town can afford to pay that kind of price. Just walk half a mile ahead and you'll see it. The owner's surname is Liu. People call him Big Blade Liu. He used to be a chef. He's got a massive temper. As long as the ingredients are top-notch, he'd pay any price. Thank you, shopkeeper Joe. Shopkeeper, 10 big meat buns, please. China. Shopkeeper Liu. I heard Jusan restaurant buys high-quality ingredients. Who brought these mushrooms? We do, but we don't just take them from any random nobody. Are you buying them or not? Little girl, trying to fool me with wild mushrooms in this season? Where did you get such high-quality ones at this time of the year? You didn't steal them from someone's farm, did you? These are wild mushrooms from the mountains. Who could possibly cultivate them? If I actually had the ability to cultivate these mushrooms, I wouldn't even need to come looking for you, shopkeeper Liu. Girl, I'll take these mushrooms, but Jusan Restaurant doesn't take anything of sketchy origin.
Give me a price. If it's reasonable, I'll take them all. If it's not, you can take them and leave.
Shopkeeper Liu, I'm not selling this batch of mushrooms by the pound.
There are 12 mushrooms in total. You can see the quality for yourself.
I only want 100 copper coins. If you want a chance in the kitchen of Jusan Restaurant, what do you have to say? Just give me the time it takes to drink a cup of tea.
And if you don't like it, I'll let you have these mushrooms for free. Deal? All right, I'll buy the mushrooms. 100 copper coins. Here's your deposit. Follow me to the kitchen. Shopkeeper, why are you bringing an outsider into the kitchen? What if she delays the orders? That stove is free, and you can use whatever ingredients you need. Shopkeeper Liu, please.
Did you pair the perilla and wild peppercorns yourself?
Yes. How did you know? I once had a similar dish and modified it myself. Girl, let me ask you, how many of these mushrooms do you have?
Today, I only have these.
But if you're willing to buy them regularly, Shopkeeper Liu, I can bring them every market day. Then I'll buy as many as you can bring.
We'll decide the price based on the quality of each batch. Good quality, good price.
Also, this dish will belong to Jusan Restaurant from now on. For every portion we sell, I'll give you a cut of 3 copper coins. Deal? But there's one condition. From now on, you can only supply this dish to Jusan Restaurant.
You can't sell this design to anyone else.
Deal?
I've been running around all day. Since last night, all I've had to eat is 1 veggie pancake and half a bowl of rice soup. I'm literally starving to death. How much for a pancake? 2 copper coins.
10 meat buns and all this money. My family is going to be thrilled for days.
Oh, you guys have no idea.
That third girl from the Su family, her wings have grown. She thinks she's all that now. Yesterday, she actually had the audacity to talk back to me. She even had the nerve to demand her things back. What a little rebel. But of course, with her parents dying so early, she has no one to discipline her.
Auntie, having a nice little chat?
Grease-proof paper. Only the fancy bun shops in town use that.
Where on earth did she get the money to buy buns? Sister, you're back.
We're having meat buns tonight. Now look at all this. From now on, our family will never go hungry again.
Sister, why did you spend so much money?
Shouldn't we be saving it? You silly girl. How can you be so reckless with money?
小教，好门艺。
Coming. Starting today, everything is going to get better. I'm going to make sure my family lives the best life possible. The drainage is terrible. There's barely any organic matter in the soil, and the fertility is way too low. I have to start all over from scratch.
赛家教，
What are you mumbling about over there?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking out loud.
Sister, I want to discuss something with you. Starting today, I'm going to start tilling the fields. Sure. Once your big brother's leg heals, I'll have him help you. No need, I'll do it myself. You? You've barely ever worked in a field in your entire life. How are you even going to till the fields? Just watch me. Sister, you head back first. I'm going to pay a visit to the old carpenter. Grandpa's son, I'd like to ask you to make something for me. Thank you. Do you have a seat preference, Mrs. Sebastian? What kind of plow is this? I've been making plows my whole life, and I've never seen one like this. Why is the plow shaft so short, and why is the handle curved? A short shaft makes turning much easier, and a curved handle makes it effortless to hold. As for the plow shaft, I increased its height by 3 inches. I've had it an adjustable latch right here. It lets you adjust the angle based on the height of the person plowing. Nonsense. The height of a plow shaft is always fixed. Why on earth are you tinkering with it?
Because people aren't all the same height.
My big brother is a head taller than me.
If he uses a plow at the same height as me,
One of us is bound to end up bending over. And bending over for too long will make your back ache. This curved handle of yours is going to be a hassle to make. It'll take an extra half day of labor. The labor will cost 80 copper coins. And you'll have to provide your own wood. Here's the deposit. I'll pay the rest upon delivery. As for the wood, do you happen to have any scrap material here?
even offcuts are fine. I'm not picky.
Scrap wood? To make a decent plow? If it falls apart later, don't you dare blame my craftsmanship. But the size I need is small, so piecing together some scraps will be just fine.
Are these enough?
They're plenty, Grandpa-san. Can you have it ready by tomorrow? If you can rush it, I'll add another 20 copper coins. I'm in a hurry to farm. All right.
Come pick it up tomorrow evening. Old man's son is going to break his rule just this once. This plot on the east side is slightly better than the one on the south.
It has a bit more organic matter.
The soil on the south end feels warm,
which means the microbes are still active.
But the north end, closest to the ditch, has a damp, stagnant chill.
The water accumulated from the last rain has rotted the roots.
If we don't fix the drainage, whatever we plant will be a waste of effort.
Ah, third girl of the Sioux family.
Come hail. What are you doing out here?
Your big brother's leg hasn't fully healed yet, and you're out here tending the field all by yourself?
Yeah, well, it's not like I have anything else to do.
But you're just a young girl. How are you going to manage a field on your own?
Once the autumn harvest is over in a few days, I'll get a few folks to come over and help your family. Uncle He, I heard the village clears out the irrigation ditches every year before winter plowing. Could we clear the section by my field first?
If we don't dig it out soon, the stagnant water in the field won't drain.
And this entire plot will go completely barren next year.
I won't make things hard for Uncle He.
I'll dig it myself.
Just needs to help me fence off that barren slope by the field and leave it to me. What do you want that barren land for?
Just to try planting some crops and see how it goes. You can use that whole area however you like.
It's just sitting idle anyway. There are a lot of weeds, but the soil is still good. As long as the drainage is done right,
And we add enough fertilizer.
it will definitely yield some good crops next year.
Sis, come over here. These wild herb seeds. I found them on the mountain while weeding 2 days ago. It's called shepherd's purse. It grows fast. Once you harvest one batch, another will grow right back.
Let's plant a small patch at the edge of the field first.
We can harvest our first batch before the year ends.
Xiao, during those years, you went to the mountains with Dad. Did you secretly study under some master?
Where on earth did you learn all these skills?
I guess when someone gets starved half to death, they naturally get smart.
If only you had been this smart before.
Then you wouldn't have been bullied by our eldest aunt every single day.
The past is the past.
It won't happen again.
Eldest sister, second sister. Time to come home and eat.
Tomorrow, I'm going to town to sell another batch of Clivius. Oldest brother's leg medicine is almost gone. While you're there, buy some coarse flour and be careful on the road.
Sis, can I go with you?
I've never been to the town market before. When you grow a bit taller? For now, you need to stay home and look after eldest brother. Everything is slowly getting better. Tomorrow will be even better.
Sis, the sprouts are coming up. Don't pluck them.
We have to leave them to grow.
Plucking even one means one less bite of food for us.
Then when can we eat them?
Just wait another 10 to 15 days. Once we harvest the first batch, I'll make shepherd's purse dumplings for you.
Shepherd's purse dumplings.
What's the filling?
Shepherd's purse and egg.
Do we even have eggs at home? We will soon. Once we sell this batch of veggies,
Sis will buy a few chicks to raise first. Little Stone, go grab that bamboo basket for me, okay? Although the roots of the shepherd's purse seedlings are thin and delicate, they are actually very strong.
over on the eastern midslope, there's a layer of humus, natural fertilizer made from decayed weeds. Everything is great.
It's just that the area is too small.
Shortwort false daisy. This is a premium ingredient for making wound salves and anti-inflammatory ointments.
Its potency is several times stronger than regular false daisy.
The apothecary will pay at least 10 wenacati for this.
Let's search carefully. In my past life, my roommates thought I was going crazy because I talked to plants in the lab.
But in this life, it's actually come true.
Spike right there.
Those are meant to be sold for money.
My brother is sick, and we have no money for medicine. I haven't eaten in 5 days.
What happened to him? My brother fell while cutting firewood on the mountain the day before yesterday. He got a huge gash on his leg. We need clean water, clean cloth,
And herbs to stop the bleeding and fight the infection.
I can't carry him on my back.
And we don't have the money to call a doctor.
What is your brother's name?
宣扬Shiu. And my name is 宣扬Qing.
宣扬将。他这次向来给你们买的满庭繁密无处。
An inkstone is for scholars. Your brother has a really high fever. The few herbs I have here can only barely bring down the inflammation. Once he can walk, go to Tongon Hall in town and look for Manager Joe. Tell him the third daughter of the Sioux family from Bakesea Village sent you. He will help. Thank you. But with more than half of the false daisy chewed up and not yet dried, I won't get a good price for it. Today's income is looking pretty bleak. This shepherd's purse is so tender and sweet. You're the first one to harvest such tender shepherd's purse this season. Manager New, I'll bring you another 20 caddies of shepherd's purse. We'll calculate it at 10 a caddy. But this shepherd's purse isn't for sale to Ju San Lu. It's a gift to Ju San Lu. A gift? Yes, a gift. It's so you, Manager Lu, can try making shepherd's purse dumplings and see if they can make it onto Ju San Lu's menu. Brown perleal powder can be used as a seasoning or boiled with honey to make a refreshing perilla drink. This recipe is what I actually want to sell to Ju San Lu. Perilla drink with honey. It's incredibly refreshing and cuts right through the grease. It's perfect for working up an appetite before a meal. Pairing shepherd's purse dumplings with perilla drink is the perfect new addition for the autumn-winter transition. You haven't harvested your shepherd's purse yet. How much do you think we'll get once we harvest them? My first harvest can yield 20 caddies. Is that not enough? Shepherd's purse grows back every time you cut it. As long as you don't pull out the roots, we can keep harvesting until the ground freezes over. If shopkeeper Liu sells it well, I'll plant half an acre more next spring. All right, 10 copper coins a caddy is a deal. I'll buy as much shepherd's purse as you can harvest. For the recipe of the perilla drink, I'll give you this much. 30 toils. Deal. The quality looks great, and the roots are dug up completely intact. These are high-quality herbs. In the future, if you have more, just bring them here. I'll buy as much as you can bring. I wonder how they're doing now. But it doesn't matter. Now that I have these 30 tails, I can properly plan what to do with our family's land. Next year will definitely be even better. Cut close to the ground, but leave half an inch of root in the soil. That way, new leaves will grow back in just a few days. It's just like getting a haircut. Yes, exactly like a haircut. Just make sure you don't cut your own fingers. Not bad, little stone. I'll take these 10 caddies to Jackson Restaurant, and we'll keep these 5 caddies for ourselves. Sister, you take little stone home first. I'm heading to town. Not bad. It's just as tender as the last batch. 10 caddies is 100 copper coins. By the way, could you tell me the ratio of ingredients for the perilla drink again? The kitchen's first batch tasted okay, but it was just missing that special touch. All right, I'll write it down for you. Come back in a couple of days, and I'll settle the payment of 30 taels of silver for the perilla drink recipe. Boss, I want 10 baby chicks. I want the ones with the brightest feathers and the liveliest chirps. You sure have a good eye, young lady. These are all top-quality chicks. And get me 2 more new hose. A roll of thick hemp rope, a bolt of coarse cotton, a gag of coarse salt, and a jar of rapeseed oil. My, you're buying so much all at once, miss. Well, who can blame me when your goods are so well made, shopkeeper? Honestly, I haven't even finished picking everything I want yet. Last time, when I saved the Sham brothers, I noticed the vegetation in these woods was incredibly dense. There must be plenty of rich humus soil here. It's perfect for a seedling bed. I might as well dig some up and take it back, since I'm passing by today. Fantastic! This is top-grade humus soil. I am Shan Yachi. I must thank you properly for your kindness and help, miss. I never expected to run into you here. How is your leg? Is it getting any better? Much better. Thank you for your concern, miss. The wound is already stabbed over, and it didn't get infected. It's just that my leg still feels a bit weak when I walk these past few days. My younger brother, Shaoqing, and I are currently staying in an abandoned temple up on the hill ahead. Seeing how the weather has warmed up today, I wanted to come out and stretch my legs a bit. I happened to hear some noise in this part of the woods, so I followed the sound to check it out. Is there something special about this black soil you're digging up, miss? This is humus. Soil. It's made from layers of thoroughly decayed leaves in the mountains. It's incredibly fertile and well aerated. I'll take some back and mix it with plant ash and fine sand, which makes it perfect for raising vegetable seedlings. To be honest with you, miss, my brother and I also tried to clear a small patch of land in front of the temple and sowed some wheat and vegetable seeds. But it's been quite a few days now, and the two of us really don't know the first thing about farming. If you're not in a hurry to go down the mountain, miss, would you like to come to the temple for a cup of warm water and rest your feet? Perhaps you could take a look at our plot and give us some pointers? Lead the way. Miss Sue, about last time,
When I tried to steal your things, I was totally out of my mind.
It's all my fault. Everything is my fault.
I'm sorry, all right?
Stop crying. If you keep crying, you're going to flood this entire ruined temple.
I won't hold those fresh bamboo shoots against you.
As for those few shoots, we can work out how many copper coins they're worth.
Just consider it a debt you owe me. You can pay me back slowly, later.
So, this is how you guys farm? Yes. My brother and I just threw it together. The soil is spread too thin. It won't hold any moisture at all. And the seeds are buried way too deep.
Even if the sprouts start to grow, they'll never break through this thick layer of dirt. Take a good look.
This is what good seeds look like. Now, spread out all the seeds.
And following this standard,
Pick out every single one that's shriveled, blackened, or is bug holes.
Sister Sue, next time I promise I'll sort the seeds until they're completely clean.
Go on, then remember to water them on time.
叫小要，什么点打茶本？
I was just down by the river washing clothes, and those old gossips were all bad-moving our family, saying we're up to no good.
They said, a young girl like you?
Couldn't possibly have enough money to go to town and buy all those chicks and fine cotton. They're claiming you must be doing dirty, shameful things in town, and ruining the village's reputation.
And the worst part is, they even said the 10 chicks we just bought were stolen from Aunt's backyard.
Stolen. Who else but Aunt Shan would say such a thing?
Auntie Lo said that yesterday. Aunt was telling everyone we have sticky fingers and that she's going to run us out of Bikesea Village. Sister,
Go and put on some decent clothes.
Tomorrow at noon, we're going to our aunt's house to settle the score once and for all.
Chesal, why are you carrying a chopper? Where are you going? To Aunt's house. To get our things back.
抓小要，肚肚一天热渴，都摁到厅里sang我。
Don't worry, big brother. I know what I'm doing.
Little Stone, follow me.
Today, Sister's going to teach you how to demand back what belongs to us.
Well, well, look what the wind blew in today. What brings the third daughter of the Sioux family to my doorstep?
And holding a knife. What are you planning to hack your own aunt to death?
You must be joking, Aunt.
Uncle, that hoe you're sharpening, you borrowed it from my house last July, didn't you?
There's still our family name, Sioux. My dad carved onto the handle himself.
Look at this blade. You've dulled it completely.
It's a good thing I'm taking it back today.
What do you think you're doing? Have you lost your mind?
How dare you come to an elder's house to rob us?
You're robbing your own aunt.
I'm only here to settle the books today. In October last year, you borrowed 2 bushels of coarse grain. Half a month later, you took 1.5 bushels of buckwheat flour. Then, in February this year, you took another bushel of mixed flour, 3 medicine pots, 1 old winter coat. And in September, you walked off with our only egg-laying hen. You foul-mouthed thief!
Your father owed all of that to your uncle when he was alive. A child must pay their father's debts. What's wrong with me taking a little grain?
And, since you insist, my father owed you money.
The laws of the Great Shao dynasty clearly state the rules of family division.
Both the village chief and the clan elder have copies of our agreement on file. Little Stone, go right now and fetch village chief he and grandpa clan elder.
Ask them to bring the family division agreement with them.
We will calculate every single copper coin right in front of the whole village.
If the agreement shows my father owed my uncle any money, I, Su Xiaoqiu, will sell everything I own to pay you back.
I'll go, right now. Stop right there. You unfilial brat. We're family. Why must you calculate things so clearly?
Aren't you afraid of being struck by lightning?
I'm not afraid of being struck by lightning. I'm only afraid we won't have the money to treat my big brother's broken leg.
And that my little brother will starve to death on the bed. Sister, isn't this our main hall's left door?
Yes.
Last winter your aunt said she was just borrowing it for a few days, and she never returned it.
Because of her, the freezing wind howled through our main hall all winter.
Little Stone was freezing and ran a high fever for 3 days.
He even tore down our front door just to block the wind for her pigs.
That is just wicked.
You crazy girl. My pigs.
Uncle, aunt, our parents are gone, but the 4 of us still need to survive. The grain and chickens you took from us over the years,
Consider it a donation from your niece to buy your own coffins.
I don't want any of it back.
these 100 copper coins will be the last holiday gift we siblings ever give you.
From this day forward, we are cutting all ties with you. We are completely even. If you ever dare step into our yard again to take so much as a single blade of grass,
Don't blame me, Su Xiao, if I march straight to the magistrate's court to beat the drum and demand justice.
and have you all sentenced to death for home invasion and robbery,
I'll grab the doorboard and the hoe.
let's go home.
Oh, Auntie, I almost forgot to mention that red printed oiled paper under your porch. The one you use to keep the dust off your chili peppers.
Wasn't that the trash I threw out yesterday after wrapping my meat buns? If you're so poor that you have to rummage through garbage piles,
I still have some leftover vegetable scraps. Here,
I'll save them for you next time.
Miss Sue, young Master Shen's leg injury hasn't fully healed yet.
Why did you come down the mountain? Last time on the mountain, you mentioned a seedling formula using leaf mold, fine sand, and plantash.
Chol King went back and tried it right away, but the soil texture and proportions still aren't quite right. We've adjusted it over and over, but we still can't get it right.
Shower King is so anxious she can't even eat.
This is the soil sample I mixed again this morning.
I wonder if you could take a look at it, Miss Sue.
Young Master Shen, the issue with this soil can't be explained in just a few words. I'll make a trip to the mountain deity temple myself later.
But since you can read and write and keep accounts,
why don't you work for me as a bookkeeper?
I'll pay you 10 copper coins a day.
And lunch is on me. What do you think? 10 copper coins isn't much, but it's a deal.
Miss Sue, I have arrived as agreed. There isn't much to record for today's trip to town. You can use this to practice first. Just write with this.
brushes and ink are too expensive. We can't afford them right now.
Do you recognize herbs?
I know a few.
I know the basic common ones, but I wouldn't dare boast about the rare ones. I recognize Hanling grass, and perilla too.
As for Jicom mushrooms,
I've only eaten them dried before. I've never seen them so fresh and plump. Wait out here for a moment. I'll head out once I'm done delivering the vegetables, okay?
Manager New, I've brought the vegetables. Here is 30 taels of pure silver, not a penny short. Count it to be sure.
Girl, that perilla drink recipe of yours is absolutely brilliant. Yesterday, I had the kitchen test sell a large pot of it.
The customers loved it and couldn't stop praising it.
This morning, as soon as we opened, several tables of returning customers came in specifically to order this drink.
Do you have enough perilla leaves left?
If not, I can bring more dried ones with my next vegetable delivery. I was actually just about to ask you for more. If you have more, bring as much as you can. The restaurant is using up way more than I originally estimated. Next time, I'll bring an extra 20 caddies of dried perilla leaves.
Yo, Master Wang. My surname is Yan, and my given name is a single character, Ji. I'm just a bookkeeper for the Su family in Baxi Village. I'm afraid you've mistaken me for someone else, young Master Wang.
Yeah, bookkeeper Yan. Young master. Do you know my helper here?
Ah, my mistake.
I'm truly sorry about that. He looks so much like an old friend of mine. My apologies. I got the wrong person.
What kind of business is your family in?
Just some small trade.
Nothing worth mentioning, really.
What kind of trade?
We sell fabric and cloth. Why are you giving me so much silver? It's pocket money for you, sister.
Back when Mom and Dad first passed away, you had to pinch every single penny. You lived so frugally just to raise me and Jiaoqi. Now that our family is finally starting to do well, it's your turn to save up some pocket money and buy yourself a couple of nice silk hair flowers to wear. Miss Sue, I'm afraid this pond hasn't had any living thing raised in it for years. 3 years. The village chief said the last batch of wild fish died from the drought the year before last.
But the spring at the bottom is still active.
Bookkeeper Shen, help me write this down.
Calculate the heavy labor for repairing the irrigation ditch based on 10 adult male workers. We'll also need labor to clear the silt from the bottom of the pond. And we need to go to town to buy quicklime. The bottom of this pond is full of bacteria and pest eggs, so we must sprinkle quicklime to thoroughly sterilize it. For the fry, let's start with 300 grass carp and carp to test the water. Calculate the total amount of silver we'll need, and let me know. Miss Sue, this pond is communal village property. If you spend a fortune to repair the ditch and clear the silt, how will we split the expenses and the future profits?
That's why we need to lease the pond first.
We'll sign a contract in black and white. Let's go to the village chief's house. Uncle He, it's the Su family's third daughter. The East Pond has been abandoned for several years now. It's completely overgrown with weeds and pests. I want to lease it, clean it up, and see if I can raise some fish. Who says the East Pond is just sitting there abandoned with no takers? My Yufu had his eyes on the East Pond days ago. He's already pooling together the money to start a fish farm there. Why on earth should a public pond in our Baxi village go to a little brat like you first? Am I right? Well, Yufu does want to farm it. And the East Pond has been abandoned for 3 years with no one speaking up. Since both of your families want it today, we'll go by the village's old rules.
What rules?
A bidding war.
Whoever offers the highest rent gets the lease to the East Pond. Each lease lasts for 3 years, with rent paid annually. I bid 300 coppers. 500. 600. 800.
Wow, Auntie, you really are swimming in cash. But 800 coppers for a stagnant, abandoned pond that hasn't been cleaned in 3 years?
I'm afraid you haven't done the math on the actual costs.
Clearing the silt alone requires the wages of 30 strong laborers. And that's not even counting clearing the water channels or repairing the collapsed banks. Before your fish fry even touch the water, you'll have to sink at least 6 taels of silver into that stinking mud hole in the very first year.
6 tiles it is. Then,
Our Grong family can easily afford it.
We don't need a little brat like you worrying about us.
Fine, 800 coppers a year.
the East Pond is leased to Zhang Fu.
Uncle He, let's make it official according to the rules.
But Uncle Chang, since you're taking over, you'll have to dig out all that stinking silt from the pond anyway.
If you think it's too smelly and don't know where to dump it, I'll gladly take it off your hands. Just dump it right by my family's fields. I happen to be short on fertilizer anyway.
Oh, and Uncle John? The worst thing you can do in farming fish is pretending to know what you're doing.
If you end up ruining the water and find yourselves going broke, you're welcome to come beg me for help anytime.
Miss Sue was deliberately driving up the price just now to lure the Jiang family into her trap.
I have no idea how to clear out the pests.
Let alone shell out 3 taels of silver just to clear the silt. Within half a month, every single fish fry they put in will be completely wiped out.
Why should I bother fighting them for it? Once they ruin it, that pond is going to become a total hot potato. So, Uncle John, do you still think you can keep this fish farm going? You think you can still keep this up?
I don't have time to waste.
You owe Lee 800 wen in rent for the fish fry.
And you even borrowed money from your relatives.
Your cousin just ran off. How on earth do you plan to pay off this mess? If I take over this pond, it will be full of nothing but dead fish and putrid water. In that case, it is not worth 800 wen. I will renegotiate with Li Jiang to rent this abandoned pond at the absolute lowest price. 300 wen.
As for the remaining 500 wen debt you owe him,
I will guarantee it for you and let you pay it back in installments. But in exchange, you have to work for me. Dreading the pond is the dirtiest, smelliest hard labor.
the pay is 20 wen a day.
Plus 1 meal of course flatbed, daily.
I will deduct half of your wages directly to pay off your debt to Li Jiang.
And give you the other half to support your family. Are you in or out?
I will do it.
I will dredge the mud for you. Accountant Shen,
Draw up a contract with him.
make sure the debt and the wage deduction rules are clearly written down.
We will build a chicken coop above and raise fish below.
The chicken droppings fall into the water to breed insects and algae.
And those will feed the fish and shrimp.
The fish waste settles to the bottom, turning into fertile silt. And when we scoop that pond mud onto the banks, it fertilizes the vegetable fields. It is an endless, self-sustaining cycle. This is an incredibly brilliant, nature-defying design. Sister, when do we release the fish fry? Once we have let the water age for 3 days.
We have to age the water?
There are invisible, tiny organisms in the water.
Only when there are plenty of good organisms will the fish have natural food to eat.
But if there are too many bad ones, the fish will end up belly up.
This silver really does not go very far. We will have to pinch pennies from now on.
You are up early, Miss Sue.
The wages for the workers have all been paid in full, and the bamboo from Carpenter's son for the fence around the pond has been ordered. The fish fry will go into the water tomorrow.
We also need to hurry and build the chicken coop.
The chicks cannot be kept cooped up much longer.
And Master Shen,
Please write this down. Build a windproof straw shelter on the pond embankments and buy some hemp rope, tarpaulin, and wooden clubs for self-defense.
They are for the night watch. The fish fry just went into the pond. There are always some green-eyed bastards who want to sneak in under the cover of night and sabotage us, especially those folks whose easy money we just cut off.
Accountant Shen, instead of going back to the mountain god temple, why are you out here in the middle of the night feeding mosquitoes? Are you going out somewhere, Miss Sue?
today 300 fish fry were released into the water in 3 separate batches.
They've all been fully recorded in the ledger.
Since I am the accountant, this cooperative's very first venture is...
Something I must guard well for you, boss.
I'll take the first watch tonight.
You can take the second half. How does that sound, miss?
In that case, I'll go back and catch some shut-eye first.
I'll come relieve you at 2 in the morning. There's some movement over by old Crooked Neck. They're dumping coarse salt all over the place. They're trying to dehydrate the fish fry and kill them all off.
The texture and dye are a perfect match for the patch on that torn shoe.
Since their plan to ruin the fish pond failed,
They must have targeted our dozen or so plump hicks instead.
Shachao.
Even if we report this to the officials, we didn't catch them red-handed.
Even we do, they'll never admit to it.
Tomorrow, I'll ask Carpenter's son to make us a tripwire trap.
We'll prepare a trap for him that he can never crawl out of. Don't you dare run! Why are you in such a hurry to leave in the dead of night?
Put your hands down. Let me see which high and mighty deity this is. Still trying to fight it, are you?
Brother, call the authorities. Tell them we caught a robber breaking and entering.
According to the laws of the Great Sai Dynasty, we break his legs first, before dragging him to the county office.
No, 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 Xiao Chao.
It's me! It's your uncle!
Well, uncle, instead of sleeping in your fancy, spacious, tile-roofed house,
Why are you scaling my broken courtyard wall in the middle of the night?
what? Did you want to feed my chickens for me?
I couldn't sleep tonight, and as I was walking past, I heard your chickens squawking. I was worried they'd attract weasels, so I came in to check on them for you.
Check on them for us, Uncle.
Well, since you're here to catch a weasel, then was the weasel who dug up the embankment of the cooperative's east pond and dumped coarse salt to poison the fish a few nights ago, also you, but kept that shoe completely untouched.
So, would you like to take off the shoe you're wearing today and see if they're a perfect match? You, Shachal, snatched our fish pond and make money to buy meat every day.
It was actually him. He's the one who forced me to come steal your fish and chickens.
I didn't want to do this either. You not only snatched our family's big house and fertile land, now you're even trying to smash the only rice bowls my siblings and I rely on to survive.
Are you even human?
I was wrong. I was so wrong, I swear. Please, don't turn me in to the authorities.
I'll be completely ruined. Spare me, please.
Fine. Then hand over the deeds to those 2 mu of prime paddy fields you stole from my father when we split the family estate, and have them right in front of me first thing tomorrow morning.
Shashal, your uncle has brought the things.
The deeds for your father's 2 mu of paddy fields from back when we split the family. They're all in here.
You're still keeping your word from last night, right?
Whatever you do, please don't turn me into the authorities.
And I'd advise you not to try anything stupid.
That ragged straw shoe stitched with red and blue thread is sitting right on the table inside.
If you can't bear to part with these deeds,
I can take that shoe to the county office right now and beat the drum for justice.
Bruggery plus destroying the communal fish pond, that's more than enough to keep Uncle rotting in prison until the day he dies. Accountant Anne, thank you for your trouble.
Go on back before the rest of the village wakes up.
Village Chief, my uncle finally found his conscience, and seeing how hard a time my siblings and I have been having,
He took the initiative to return my father's 2 mu of paddy fields to us,
I must trouble you to act as our witness today.
And help us go to town to transfer the deeds under my eldest brother's name.
Impressive moves, girl. Leave this to Uncle He. No one will be able to snatch those 2 mu of fields away from you anymore.
Until you sent this over.
She said it's to thank you for helping her look at her yellowing vegetable seedlings yesterday, and the village head just sent someone over. The land deeds for the 2 mu of paddy fields have officially been transferred.
Yo, Master Shen, do you know how to read faces?
I know a little.
Then how much longer do you think life in Big Sea Village will remain peaceful?
That depends on how big your appetite is, Miss Sue.
If you only want enough to keep yourself fed and warm,
These 2 mu of paddy fields, along with this fish pond, will be enough to keep you in peace here in Bicey Village for the rest of your life.
But if you want to expand your business to the town, or even to the county,
Then your opponents won't just be those jealous village women gossiping under the big locust tree, nor will they be fools like Madame Zhang.
If you reach that point, there will surely be fierce tigers blocking your path,
And wolves lurking in wait.
Miss Sue, are you afraid?
First, let's raise these fish. We cultivate this land to perfection. If tigers come, we fight them.
if wolves show up,
we skin them alive.
At the end of the day, it's the farmers who feed the entire world. Sister, are you ready yet? I've been waiting for almost 10 minutes now.
What's the rush, big brother, sister? Shoshidu.
today we'll harvest this half-acre first.
We'll leave the other half-acre for tomorrow.
The uncles from the cooperative will come to help tomorrow.
It's the perfect chance to open everyone's eyes.
And show them the real harvest from our rice-fish symbiosis. Sister Du,
My brother said you definitely wouldn't want to go back to the house for lunch while harvesting the rice today. So he had me buy some food at the village entrance and bring it over. Wow, you harvested this much in just one morning. It's not even half an acre yet.
Sister, Shashutu, come on up and take a break.
I checked the water temperature in the East Pond this morning.
It dropped half a degree from yesterday.
But the fish are still highly active when feeding.
Their weight gain data has already been recorded. Manager Liu sent someone early this morning to ask when the first batch of paddy field fish will be delivered. He said their signature menu for this autumn and winter has already been drafted,
Featuring paddy field fish cooked 3 ways as the main attraction. And they're just waiting for our live fish to hit the pot.
Let's wait another half a month. The fish aren't at their plumpest yet. Once we've harvested all the rice in the fields, we'll let the fish feed in the fields for another half a month. With all the fallen grains and bugs, they'll get another massive growth spurt. So, what do you estimate the yield of this acre of paddy field to be?
You'll know once we thresh the grain tomorrow. I guarantee it'll shock everyone in Pasty Village.
Good heavens! These fish are incredibly plump. And look at this rice. Look at these ears of grain. There are at least 200 grains on each one. Every single grain is so full and plump.
That's rice-fish symbiosis for you. They nurture each other.
The fish eat pests and weeds in the field, protecting the rice. And as they swim around, they help loosen and aerate the soil.
Most importantly, the fish droppings make for excellent natural fertilizer, which directly nourishes the rice roots. Naturally, the rice grows strong. This is an unheard of magical way of farming. Where on earth did a young girl like you learn this?
I learned it when I used to go to town with my father.
I just stumbled across it in a tattered old farming book. Then I just played around with the idea and gave it a try. Uncle He, it's getting late. Let's start the harvest. Yesterday's half an acre plus today's half an acre. That's 1 acre of paddy field, yielding a total of exactly 580 caddies of threshed dry rice.
Oh my gosh.
1 carper measured 1 foot 2 inches long,
Weighing 2 caddies and 7 ounces.
a total of 120 caddies of fish from just 1 acre. Sanyutu.
This miraculous method of rice fish co-culture. You absolutely must lead the whole village to do this with you. Uncle He, I have no problem leading everyone in this, but let's get one thing straight first.
I have one condition that must be agreed to.
Name it. As long as we can get a harvest like this, the village will agree to any condition you have. Every single household that participates in this rice fish farming
Must unconditionally submit to unified management. When to till the soil, irrigate, or change the water. You must do exactly as I say, without any deviations.
anyone who doesn't want to follow the rules can back out right now.
I won't force anyone.
Did everyone hear that?
This is a skill that can keep your families well fed and give us a prosperous new year.
Menu is willing to follow the Sioux girl.
I'm in. From next year on, my few acres of crappy land will be completely at Yes Xiao's command.
Count me in too, old man son. You can't drink any more. If you drink any more, your belly is going to burst.
Even if it bursts, I'm still having another half a bowl.
Brother Yan, which one is that biggest fish you said was 1 foot 2 inches long in the field today? I want to eat it. It should be the one on the plate to the right.
I measured it myself back then.
That fish has 3 scales on its back.
That are incredibly shiny. The one I'm eating is definitely the biggest one.
Thanks.
A winter greenhouse? In the dead of winter, the fields are completely frozen over.
What's the point of putting up a crappy oilcloth shed?
Grow vegetables? Little Xiao Xiao growing leafy greens when the mountains are completely snowed in.
That is a total pipe dream. These are the rules we agreed upon.
Obey the unified command.
Anyone who doesn't want to work can leave right now. Nutado said your village has produced some kind of miracle worker. What kind of tricks are you playing at? I came all this way to see if there is any divine blessing here that I can present as a royal tribute.
So how did we end up with nothing but these ragged cloth sheds?
Village Chief Hao. So this is your village's so-called capable bossu? Building ragged cloth sheds in the fields in this freezing weather?
Don't tell me you're burning incense and praying to Buddha in there? Begging the heavens to drop food out of thin air?
My lord, if you want to pray to Buddha,
You should go to a temple.
my sheds don't rely on gods or Buddhas.
We only grow gold and silver. Insolent peasant, how dare you speak so arrogantly in front of his lordship in this freezing hell of a weather?
What gold and silver could you possibly grow here?
My lord, the wind is harsh out here. Please, step inside the shed and see for yourself. How is this possible? It's so sweet and crisp. This is absolutely delicious.
This is nothing short of a divine miracle.
Miss Su, we must send this to the prefectural capital immediately.
Such a miraculous, divine treasure will definitely be selected as a royal tribute this year. Boss Su, I will pay double the price.
I want it all.
Yeah.
My lords, esteemed shopkeepers, the supply of winter vegetables is limited. If you want to place an order, please line up and place your bids according to the rules. The starting price is 10 tiles of silver per basket.
10 taels of silver per basket?
The tides have completely turned in Bikesea Village once again. Boss Su.
Stop counting today's petty silver.
Let's calculate next year's accounts instead.
What are your plans, boss?
A mere 300 toils is barely a drop in the bucket.
These greenhouses are just a foot in the door.
Once our status as a royal tribute is locked in,
Come next spring,
our orders will fly in like snowflakes. I want every village within a 50-mile radius to plant our seedlings.
I want restaurants from the entire county. Any imperial capital lining up at Bikesea Village to buy our goods.
Accounting, Yan, are you brave enough to take charge of the books for this grand plan?
Why wouldn't I dare?
Since you are aiming for the imperial capital, boss,
This brush of mine is ready.
I promise to secure every ounce of wealth in the world for you.
our village has been named the county's sole winter vegetable.
Collective Supply Demonstration Village. Since we're all neighbors here,
Shouldn't you share those greenhouse blueprints with our Kingsui village?
Village Chief Lee wants our greenhouse blueprints? Of course. We want the whole county to get rich together, don't we? Our Kingshui village will provide the people and the land, and you provide the blueprints. And once spring comes and we sell the harvest, I'll make the call to give you a 10% cut of the profits. This is giving you massive respect. Old Man Lee, don't push us too far. That greenhouse was built with Girl Sue's cold hard cash. And, sister, don't be afraid. You want the greenhouse blueprints? No problem.
Have the accountant make a copy of our greenhouse structural blueprints
And hand them over to Village Chief Lee right now.
小小，大婶儿来发啦。
Hectors.
I knew Boss Sue was a sensible person.
Smart move. Oh, Girl Sue,
How could you be so foolish?
giving them the blueprints. Our business is completely ruined. But Uncle He, do you really think they can grow anything just because they have the blueprints? In the freezing depths of winter, where water turns to ice instantly, ordinary seeds will only rot in the soil if you plant them. Without my specially formulated nutrient-rich soil and my cold-resistant, pre-sprouted seedlings, even if they build their greenhouses all the way to the heavens, they won't even be able to grow a single blade of grass. Within half a month, not only will they fail to grow any vegetables, but they'll also lose every single penny they have. And that's when we'll finally reel in our net. Smash all their greenhouses to pieces for me. Make them pay. You old dog Lee. If you dare touch even a single bamboo pole of our Big Village's greenhouse, I'll risk my old life today to make sure every last one of you from Kingshui Village stays here forever. Old Man He, you scammed us out of our money with fake blueprints. If you don't compensate us with 50 taels of silver today, this isn't over. Smash it all. You dare to smash my greenhouse? This is the official imperial plaque delivered in person by the county magistrate. 3 days ago, what's growing in this greenhouse are imperial winter vegetables, set to be presented to the nobles of the capital and the prefectural city this spring. You brought 70 or 80 people to directly raid a royal tribute cultivation site. What do you think you're doing?
Are you trying to commit treason?
Haha, you're talking absolute nonsense. You clearly gave us fake blueprints to ruin us. There is no way those blueprints were real. Fake. Go find a carpenter to compare them, and you'll see the truth. Anyone can build a greenhouse, but in this freezing winter, I, Sushat Shao, am the only one in the entire county who can actually grow vegetables in them. You got greedy and jealous, completely ignoring basic farming common sense. You blindly sowed your seeds, burned your tarps, and lost all your money. And now you want to blackmail me? Accountant Yan. According to the laws of Great Sao, what is the punishment for gathering an armed mob to attack tribute fields? What is their crime? According to Volume 7 of the Great Sai laws, anyone who gathers a mob to attack and destroy imperial tribute, the ringleader shall be beheaded immediately, and their accomplices will be exiled 3,000 miles. Please, spare us. It's all a misunderstanding. This is complete misunderstanding.
It was Village Chief Lai who told us that the Su family was scamming people. That's the only reason we followed him here.
We would never dare to rebel.
Oh, boss. Oh.
I was completely blinded by greed. Please, show some mercy. You are a magnanimous person.
Please don't report us to the authorities.
Our Kunshui village is truly on the brink of starvation.
We poured dozens of tiles of silver into this and lost every single cent.
I won't report you.
In fact, I can even give your King Shui village a way to survive.
Basu, please, just tell us what to do.
As long as we can get everyone through the winter, we will work like horses for you. Accountant Yan? Write this down. Here are the rules for the Bexi Cooperative. First, if Qingshui Village wants to grow winter vegetables, you must purchase all cold-resistant seedlings and nutrient-rich soil from me. The formulas will never be shared with you.
Second, all produce grown must meet the standards of the Bexi Cooperative and be sold exclusively to the prefectural city and the capital at a unified price.
The cooperative will take a 30% cut as a distribution fee. Third, if anyone in Qingshui village dares to privately sell even a single leaf to outsiders, or keep seedlings to breed them on your own,
It will be considered a breach of contract. The penalty for breach of contract will be 1,000 tiles of silver, and we will immediately report you to the authorities for raiding the imperial tribute. Do you...
I'll sign. I'll sign.
Pleasure doing business with you. Go back and fix your greenhouses.
Send someone tomorrow to collect the first batch of seedlings.
As long as you play by my rules,
I guarantee that every household in Qingshui village will be eating meat this winter.
boss, your chain of schemes is even more ruthless than the art of war.
I am truly impressed. This is what we call a core technological barrier.
G, in the face of absolute strength and established rules, all the jealousy and violence will eventually have no choice but to work for me.
Ha ha ha.
Who is Boss Su?
I am. Scoff? I am Jingbai One, the chief manager of Jubao House in the prefectural city. Your little game ends today.
Starting now.
Every winter vegetable and tribute fish produced by Baisi Village and the 18 surrounding villages
Will be completely bought out by Jubao House.
You certainly talk big, Chief Manager Jin.
Taking it all?
What's your price? Half of the market price. And you must hand over your cold resistance formula to Jubao House for safekeeping, completely free of charge.
Half price? And we have to give you our formula?
This is daylight robbery. Our produce has been personally selected by the county magistrate as a candidate for the imperial tribute.
Tribute?
You think the county magistrate's official title can protect a bunch of dirt farmers like you?
Open your eyes and look closely at whose seal is stamped on this document.
That is the personal seal of the governor's office. Behind Jibo House stands the prudential governor himself. So you do have some brains.
You're a smart person. An ordinary man may be innocent, but possessing a treasure makes him a target. You bunch of starving, dirt-poor peasants, holding a literal gold mine in your hands,
Are practically begging for death.
if you obediently sign this buyout contract today and hand over the formula,
I might still throw you some crumbs to keep you fed.
And if we don't sign?
If you don't? Scoffs if you don't.
then I guarantee
That starting tomorrow, not a single leaf of vegetable from Bexi Village will leave this prefecture.
your transport carriages will run into bandits on the road.
Your greenhouses will constantly, accidentally, catch fire. And even you, their beautiful young boss.
It wouldn't be unheard of for you to accidentally fall into an ice hole and drown one night. Men,
Tie her up.
force her thumbprint onto the contract.
I don't give a damn if you're backed by the governor or the king of heaven himself. Boss Su's greenhouses are the lifeblood keeping thousands of us in these dozen-plus villages alive this winter.
If you dare touch a single hair on her head today,
If anyone dares touch our farming trellises, we'll beat them down with our bamboo pole. Brothers, someone is trying to cut off our livelihood. They want to smash our rice bowls. Do we agree? Hell no! Manager Jean.
You just said that an ordinary man is innocent, but harboring a treasure makes him guilty.
You think we're just dirt farmers? And that sitting on a gold mine is just asking for death? Then open your eyes today and see clearly whose world this really is. And who is actually putting food on the table. I don't have a governor or high-ranking officials backing me. My backing is the thousands of hardworking farmers within 50 miles who rely on my techniques to feed their families. You want to cut off our trade routes? Fine! Go ask these thousands of sickles and hoes if they will allow it.
Tell the governor that I won't hand over the formula,
even if I die, and I won't lower the price of our vegetables by a single penny.
If he dares to play dirty, I, Su Xiaoqiao, swear that by next spring,
Not a single grain of rice or a single green vegetable will leave Baiji village for the provincial capital.
Saijo, we've completely offended the governor today.
he's the ultimate authority of the province.
Can we really survive going head-to-head with him? Uncle He, no matter how powerful the governor is,
Can he be more powerful than the emperor himself?
Since those people in the capital don't want us to live, then we will tear the sky wide open. Accountant Lai, prepare the carriage. Bring our finest winter vegetables and rice flour carp.
I am going to the prefectural capital myself
To beat the imperial drum of justice and bypass the officials to present our tribute directly to the emperor.